Okay, so I'm getting ready to install the seat pedestal box back into the truck. The easiest way to do this, and I find this with a lot of the sheet metal, to hold it in the proper place, is to use self-tapping sheet metal screws. And I'll come back and I'll pull these out and I'll weld them up. But it works really well to hold it in place. And when you go to put this back in, you'll definitely want to do that because it pulls the floor panel back up into place, and you'll never get that panel back in exactly how it originally was. So what I've done is I've screwed this in several places on the top, and what little flange I still had left that wasn't rusted out right here. So then what I've done is I've screwed the box back in, and I've cut out a piece of angle steel, and I used the welding clamps that you can purchase at Harbor Freight and clamped it in place. I had to trim a little bit off the front of the angle so it would match the original flange. And then what I'll do is I'll have to fill in that curved piece that goes up the transmission hump. So anyway, it is important before you make the cuts, when you cut, well, not necessarily before you make the cut. Well, yes, before you make the cut, you'll want to screw the box down so that everything's in the right place. Because if I were to unscrew this, I actually have a little dip in the floor pan there, and I would have cut the wrong amount of metal out. So definitely screw it down, tack weld it in place, whatever works for you, but I find screwing it down works really well. And then also you just want to check it with a level and make sure that it's a level to the original seat bench. And I left that center section in the truck. Move all my tools out of the way because it wasn't rusted out and it was good shape, and so I didn't pull that out. So anyway, my next step is I will tack weld this in place, and then I'll start making that curved section. And so how I'll do that is I'll cut slits of metal out of the angle and then just actually bend it in place right there with a body hammer and just shape it until I get it right. And then I'll weld the slits up, and you can do that by putting a piece of copper to the back side of it and then taking your wire welder and filling the slits in, and it actually works fairly well. I'll stop the camera and then I'll grab a piece that I've done for the corner for the other side and I'll show you.